What is up, geeks? So as promised, we are reviewing the Boba Fett, and he's in a cool flight pose. This is the Smuggler's Bounty, exclusive from the Bounty Hunter box. And if you guys haven't checked out my two recent videos, I uploaded the IG-88 from that box, and of course, the Smuggler's Bounty unboxing for the month of May, which is the Bounty Hunter box. Please check those out. So let's get to this review now. Let's take a look here. He's number 102 for the Star Wars series. He looks very cool in that image. I'm very excited to review this one. So far, I think this might be the first Star Wars figure that's in a flight pose, so that's very exciting. And of course, like we did last review, these are the other figures that are available, that have been made available recently. We have the Luke Skywalker and Han Solo in their ceremonial garb. We got the AT-AT driver, Luke Skywalker in his Bespin outfits. We got Reese, we got Kit Fisto and Plo Koon. Two really cool Jedis right there. We got the Blue Senate Guard, Forlom, and of course IG-88, which I recently reviewed. So let's get into this and finally unbox the Boba Fett. So here we have the Boba Fett out of the packaging in all of his glory. He's looking so cool. I really love how they kept the Star Wars symbol here for the stand, because now these, because of his jetpack, this smoke and whatever you want to call it and debris acts as his stand. So very nice. We've seen this before with Iron Man a lot, and we've seen this with a couple other people being in their flight poses like Superman, but we haven't seen it with Boba Fett yet, and he looks so cool. I mean, this bubbling effect, this translucent type of plastic, it's very nice. We've seen clear plastic like this with the Iron Man, but I really like how this looks. It's very well done. There's even some white here in the plastic too, just to add some different shading effects. So that's very good. I like how it's connected with his jetpack here. Now there is some, imperfections, of course. We do see that a lot with Funko. I mean, there are some that are pretty pristine, but this one seems to have some weird glue there that got dried up and didn't get cleaned up that well. So that's not a huge deal. It's not like the imperfection that I saw with the Ben Kenobi saber, if you guys remember that. But this still looks very nice. Now, what's very interesting, and I'll compare it with the old Boba Fett figure we got for Pop Vinyl. This is a matte finish for his helmet, which I believe is a little bit more accurate to the movie version. So I'm glad they did that, and it makes it look a lot cleaner. I really like the brush strokes that they have here. Very nice. Not even any dry brushing. It's just completely matte and clean looking. So although there was an imperfection there, I think it's forgiven because of how good the mask looks. The mask looks very nice. Now we can compare that with my old Boba Fett, and this one's super shiny. Now it doesn't look too bad, but I really prefer the matte finish. There is some different shading here and different colored greens, which I don't think it was completely accurate anyway. I think this one's a lot more accurate. So I do prefer this version, not just because of the flight pose, but for the overall look of the figure. But I mean, this was very early on in the Pop Vinyl days, before it became what it is now with all the mainstream, type of titles that they have. And of course, there was a lot of paint blemishes in the early figures, but this one looks pretty good for the most part. Loving the armor. Very well done. I love the cape flowing in the wind effect with his arm out. Very cool looking. And then we got his, his blaster right there. So very well done. I love it. This definitely is one of my favorites now. I'm loving the shape of his helmet too. We can even compare this. The shape of his helmet looks a lot better than this, I believe. This is more rounded, but this one has some, convexity here with the corners. I do like that a lot. And the paint, seems consistent throughout. And of course the lines here, very nice and straight. We got the classic Boba Fett dent in his helmet. Now if there's one thing missing, the paint here, this is actually more accurate, although the paint job is terrible. Those yellow arrows supposed to be there. but it's not, so that's okay though. It would be cool if they added an articulating visor, but of course, you know, that'd be a lot to ask. That'd be cool though. And there is some shiny paint here for the silver in his jetpack, so it's not completely matte, but for the most part everything else is matte. And I do love when they choose to use matte painting for their pop vinyls. I think it looks better, especially these things are supposed to be like cartoonish, unless it's like a, you know, like a robot like an IG-88, or you know, when you have chrome like the Captain Phasma, of course that looks a lot better in shiny paint. But this is a bubbling jetpack effect that looks so awesome. Very nice. So it's gonna definitely take over for my Boba Fett in my display. I will be keeping that Boba Fett for now, but you know, maybe in the future I might give it away. But this one looks really great. So overall, love this figure, and glad that they included that. Would have been cool too if they exchanged this with Jango Fett. I mean, I don't have a Jango Fett. I believe they did release it. It was an exclusive for a particular gaming pack, if I'm not mistaken. So it would have been nice to have Jango Fett too, or to have him in place of Boba Fett. But of course, how can you deny Boba Fett? He's looking great. So thank you guys for watching this video. Of course, if you haven't checked out my other videos, please check those out. We have everything from Star Wars to Marvel to DC. I specialize in lightsaber reviews as well. And of course, we have new videos every week, so please subscribe to get the latest updates on our videos. I have a Facebook page as well that I recently launched, so please check out that link down below in the description. And thank you guys for spending your time here at AJ Collectibles. And until next time, embrace, express, and enjoy yourself. May the Force be with you always, my young Padawan.